Okay, let's see here. According to my notes, third done, fourth done, 19th done, 23rd done, 28th done, 30th. Oh, that's today. Oh boy, this is number 6. Ha ha ha. Alright, hi everyone. Welcome to today's episode of our Congress series. This is time number 6 that this has happened, but yeah, we're talking about the 30th Congress, which was in session from 1847 to 1849. This Congress is a split. So yeah, this Congress was also in session during the Mexican-American War, but we're not going to talk about the Mexican-American War. If you want to learn more about the Mexican-American War, go watch yesterday's episode. And my phone just went off. Probably a bad idea for me to bring it in here. Speaking of which, we're here in the bathroom. This is probably... this week's episodes are going to be recorded here in this bathroom. Because... why not? And I want to do something different other than recording in either various locations of my room or in my gaming room. So yeah, 1847 to 1849 is when this Congress was in session. Speaking of which, they had 2 sessions. 2. Now we go to membership of the Congress itself. First, the House. We have 230 members. Ugh, that's a tongue twister. And the Speaker of the House is, move mouse, thank you, Robert Winthrop, who was a Whig. Now this is one thing that I thought that was very, very interesting. There are 230 members of the House. Cut that in half, you get 115. Guess how many members of the Whig Party are in the House? If you said 115, you're correct. I think this is probably... oh, I know it's the first, but I think it's the only time that a party has exactly 50% of the seats in the House. I think. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. If I am wrong, then I will make a video soon, or I will adjust the mistake next week. But yeah, the Whigs have 115, which I think is weird, and I still think it's probably the only time in our country's history that the House where the House, or a majority party of the House, has exactly 50%. Which, for those of you that don't know about who has the majority, basically, if you have more than 50%, well, if you have 50% or more of the seats in the House, you have the majority. And the same thing works for the Senate. There were times that, in recent years, that the Senate is split 50-50. And usually when that happens, that's when the vice president comes in, like, no, I'm going to favor this party, which they usually go with their own party, most of the time. But we'll talk about that later. So anyways, we have 115 Whigs, 113 Democrats. However, 3 of those Democrats are independent Democrats. 1 American, again, remember it's the American Party, and 1 independent. So yeah, the Whigs control the House, so you probably know who controls the Senate. Yep, that's right, the Democrats control the Senate. We have 60 senators. So if you divide that in half, we have 30 states in the country. As of this point in time. Which means we're we're missing the remaining 20. The president of the Senate, again, vice president, is George Dallas, who is a Democrat. President pro tempore is David Atchison, who is a Democrat. And we have 39 Democrats, however, one of them is an independent Democrat, and 21 Whigs. So, what majorly happened in America during this time? Well, other than the Mexican-American War, because we talked about that in yesterday's episode. The Washington Monument and the Department of the Interior were established during this time. So yeah. Thank you all so much for watching today's episode. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you all tomorrow for the 31st Congress. This one's going to be pretty interesting, especially in the House. What is it exactly? Tune in tomorrow and find out. See you later.